Hi there. How are you? Hope this finds you well. This is going to be a quick reading. And these are the choices. 1, 2, and 3. So you want to take a deep breath. And use your own intuition to decide if one of these has a message for you. You can choose more than one. If you're drawn to more than one, it's fine. Okay, so this will be 1, 2, 3. And let's get started. Pick number 1. I had to take off my veil. Okay. I'm using my Astrology Oracle to just tell you a little story about the current energy. You are being offered a different perspective right now. Something that is looking under the surface of things and transformative. There's a lot of pressure to change something, so you're being urged to take a new look at something that you'd already decided on. And the reason is for forward movement, forward thinking, forward advancement, like for your evolution. Wow, Lemuria is tied in here. And actually I channeled this Lemuria and added it to the bucket. And then when I tried to do my own research on it, I didn't find much. There really wasn't much, but I believe that the Lemurians were around the Atlantean times, or one of the times that Atlantis rose was with Lemuria, or maybe it was called that before. I'm not really actually sure. I didn't get very far in my research and then I was pulled away from it. So this is telling me, like, you have something new to learn. Yeah, we talked about new, forward thinking, and something that was evolutionary for you. It's something that you had well established in your way of operating that you're now getting a new look at. So either you're pausing and being shown this, or your circumstances in life are right now showing you something from a different view, and it probably has to do with another lifetime, perhaps, or just an energy that's foreign to you. It may have to do with love, how you love, who you fall in love with. And it may feel like you're journeying into dark places that have been avoided, and because they weren't very comfortable. It's like you are now looking under the surface of something that you hadn't looked at. Love is what's making you want to do it or need to do it. It's love. It's like Cupid's arrow has hit you. Cupid's arrow is giving you this new perspective. Interesting. And this is part of your spiritual journey. There is an illusion, or you're being disillusioned. So Neptune covers illusions, disillusionment, the spiritual world, things that are intangible, things that are more felt and known rather than are, things that are changeable. It's Pisces energy falls under Neptune. It's looking at things from a more spiritual perspective. You've perhaps been given a reason to do this. It's going to take some time for the new perspective to sink in, sort of. I forget what this asteroid is, too. I think it's sorrow and grief. So things are not quite clear, you know. So it could be something around mothery energy. We've got 7 to 8 months, so this is a cycle that you are either beginning, ending, in the middle of, somewhere. It's a 7 to 8 month cycle. So think about where you were 7 to 8 months ago and what has happened. Okay, it's bringing you a new perspective, but there is some action that you'll need to take. And it's having to do, it's going to change the way you're seen by people. You're bringing forth a gift that you had from a past life. This is South Node, past lives. Mars is your drive and your will. And we've got Fama, which is fame, which is, you know, either good or bad reputation. You know, it's just a reputation. And there's a gift here for you to be bringing forth into this lifetime. You're making room for it by looking at something a new way that you had decided, and whatever you had decided had blocked out the possibility of this thing, right? This thing that comes from a different lifetime. And so it was not wrong for you to have the perspective that you had up until this point, but at this point you are being asked or urged, or life is showing you a reason to look at a new perspective, look at something a new way. That was my my bottle of bioplasma falling as I picked up my phone, because I'm gonna just remind myself what this asteroid is. I've looked it up and looked into it, but I cannot remember. It's Greek, but her origins go way back into the Sumerian era. To understand Lamia, we need to take a trip. Okay. Jupiter and Lamia. Jupiter and Lamia. Hold on here. Sumerian times. Like, these are very ancient energies that you are bringing forth. It's an energy that is going to be recognized probably from the mythology or something. You are doing it, but you're doing it by balancing out your emotions and your drive. Emotions have to be honored in this. Something below the surface that you're digging up and deciding new about is having to do with emotions, and it may have been originally downloaded into you and planted into you because of the relationship with your mother that you have. Okay. Let's see. I'm just still, like, scrolling on this page to see if I can get some info about Lamia. Oh gosh, she preyed on children and young men. Hera, queen of the gods, is depicted as causing Lamia to devour children by having abducted Lamia's own children. In other myths, she forced Lamia to devour her own children too. Lamia starts her story as a queen of Libya, until destroyed by the grief for her children, turning her into a monstrous demon. The grief of a parent for a child runs through all of these myths. Losing a child changes people. The death of an innocent is perhaps the most shocking and disturbing event we face. In the Greek myth, Lamia was unable to sleep until Zeus gives her the power to remove her eyes. This corresponds to playing over trauma, a common theme of grief and post-traumatic stress disorder. Lamia position in the natal chart indicates an area where we have experienced trauma and where we are most likely to have difficulties moving on from that situation. Night terrors are also valid in this. Okay. Alright, so I just have I feel a need. Okay, and that was just from a Google search where we went to Neptune Aura Astrology. This is where I got that from. So it's just a person's blog, and I searched Lamia Astrology. Okay, so there's been some type a loss. There has been a loss. This loss is, it's coming up to be healed. Okay. If the loss wasn't actually like a death, it was a loss of something with children. There was heartbreak over this. But this situation is coming up to be healed, so you have to deal with the emotions about it. That's going to be grief. That's going to be the pain that you may have been coping with in a certain way up until now, but now you're being asked to look at it another way. A more loving way towards yourself, like loving whatever it is that you have in there about feelings, whether it be guilt or, you know, blaming yourself or anger or things like that. Those have to be loved and not, you know, projected out, but accepted in self, loved in self, acknowledged, validated, all that in self. And the fact that we have Neptune here right in the middle of this spread is like showing me like this can be done energetically, astrally. This doesn't have to be acted out with other people, okay? This is something that you are shifting within yourself, like this 7-8 month period of time that you're doing this shift in. You know, other people may not even understand or know this is going on with you, okay? But you're just being shown a different perspective, and it definitely has to do with a balance between masculine and feminine energies in you. And there was a part of probably the feminine energies were probably stifled or hurting, and therefore are awaiting kind of like rescue. Like treat these emotions as if they are the child, right? Like how you would treat a child is how you treat your unprocessed emotions. Now when you do this, when you process this, it's gonna balance out this energy. I was gonna say karma, but I don't want people to feel like they're being punished. That's not it. This energy, once balanced out, allows you to see past it. Once you see past it, you are bringing forth a gift that you had in another world, another lifetime. And this is a gift you will be known for. Okay? And I think it's like a very spiritual gift, and also very important to the advancement of our culture and society. Okay, pile one? Wow. So I hope that helps, and I'll do more of these kind of readings as we go, so let me know if you want about how that resonates with you, and thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you to our guides for facilitating the message. Okay. Okay, pick number 2. Just going to take a moment, clear the space. One sec while I make a little loud noise, okay? I don't know if that's annoying, but it's very effective for clearing the space, I found. That's a crystal, being tapped with a crystal. Okay. Pick number 2, I'm using my Astrology Oracle. thank you so much to our guides for facilitating this message. This is the Shri Yantra that you chose. Okay, so current energy for you. You are currently working on a soul contract that has to do with a partnership. And your free will. Okay, so you have a contract. It has to do with a partnership. Free will is involved. Let's see what else. Oh, look at you. We just got a kind of similar perspective in pick one, actually. So you may have watched pick one, you may have been drawn to both piles, but you are being offered a view that is opposite of what you normally have right now. Okay? This view is going to give you an opportunity to pioneer and use a certain energy in a new way. This will be done with your free will. So once you see something, your free will can be used to navigate in a new way that has not been done before. This is pioneered. And it has to do with partnerships. This is one-on-one partnerships as well as open enemies. This is something your soul has agreed to do. There is, this is Eris, the goddess of chaos and discord. So kind of in life right now, what we're trying to do, or what many of us are doing, is creating a balance so that chaos isn't just ruling the place, you know? So perhaps you have experienced quite a bit of that, discord and chaos. That might be the thing that's motivating you to look at another view or something. Maybe the avoidance of this is going to make you use an energy in a different way. Oh, wow. This is unique to you. This is something unique to you. It's like, I'm gonna get some more. Only you can do this in a way. Yeah. You may feel like you got to get it done all at once. And look at these, flew out right here onto the 7th house, and it says 6 months and 1 month. And they want it to be around this relationship issue. Oh, it can take 1 month or 6 months. It's up to you because you have free will. And it might feel like you want to do it all at once. And I think that's why those kind of flew out before this. It's like you have a lot of pressure. You feel pressure. And so you might want to like finish this all at once, but actually it's an unfolding. And you've got 1 month to 6 months to work it out, I guess. And it has to do with collecting fragmented pieces of you, becoming more whole. So this other view is going to allow you to unlock something within yourself that you maybe had disowned. And then you're going to want to start working with that thing. And there may be people who don't agree with it. It may be like totally opposite from what you were doing. This pioneered way is going to be in some way very opposite of what you were doing. It may come through opposition that you discover it. That came up in a reading the other day. And it uses intelligence and recognizing patterns. This Palace Athene. Recognizing the patterns in chaos, in discord. Really like letting them sink in, letting the understanding come to you. Look, we got Aquarius. Forward thinking, new ways of thinking, new ways of being on Earth. This is the energy of the future. These are humanitarians. This is going to be the win-win-win. You're not going to just be out for yourself when you act and change. You're thinking of everybody. You know, it's the win-win-win for everybody. and it's a turning point that is very fortunate, and it changes like, I wanted to say who you are, but not who you are, but like how you are. It changes how you are. It's like you're gonna take a turn here, like a 180 or something. Yes, but it's very fortunate, and it's for the future of everybody, and only you could do it. Only you could do it. But it is like, if you're under a contract and it's still your free will, it's because you are going to do this when you're ready. It requires you to use your free will. That means what you're breaking out of is a cycle that didn't require your free will. You're breaking out of a cycle that you were programmed into, that you were on repeat of. So it's a program that you probably downloaded from, earlier on in your life to survive the society you're in. And now as an adult, with the skills and what you have acquired to this point, when you're ready, you will use your free will to make this change. It's something your soul wanted or contracted to do, like signed and said, I will do this. But meaning, like, because you're in this domain where you are, it's your free will that you have to use to break out of the thing that you've been doing, which in order to survive here and come onto Earth, you had to be doing those things first. You see, it's like a karmic cycle. The only way to break out of a karmic cycle is to use your free will, to consciously become aware and then change something in the equation. And it looks like you're set up to be doing that. So very interesting, but it's like you're becoming whole in the process, and you might want to like jump towards it. It like feels, this is the fourth harmonic. So the fourth harmonic wants to get things done, So I feel like you will be compelled by your free will to want to do this. It is your choice, and it's something you will likely want to do, because this energy makes you feel really, plus the becoming whole thing. I mean, these are very appealing things. And this allows you to leave cycles of chaos and discord. Then you get above them. Yeah, because the thing that keeps you looping in chaos and discord is the pieces of yourself that you hadn't collected yet that are still living and looping in them. So you take those pieces back by loving yourself, right? This is something that you do with your free will. It's your choice, right? Do you live how you were trained to live, or do you take it into your hands and do it a different way, which is apparently not just that you love yourself, because that's just like a formula for balancing out energy, but like apparently there's some other way you're going to handle yourself going forward, given the experience you've had, which is also going to benefit humanity. Wow. Wow. Yeah, like I felt like I just got a pat on the back when I just stopped talking. Like there was a guide saying you did it. Good job. So, okay. It's not like I had to do anything. It was like you're doing the hard part, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Yeah. Let me know if it resonates if you'd like to. And we'll do more like this in the future. And now we'll do pick number 3. Pick number 3. Okay. Okay, your reading starts out with regards to the 11th house, which is friendships, hopes, and dreams. And some specific timing of something having to do with love, beauty, or money. And your relationship with someone else. Your soul has a plan. So part of your soul's plan is to experience this thing right now where you, I believe, are learning to love yourself. You may be dealing with someone who very much loves themselves. I mean, Narcissus, the mythology, shows sort of an unhealthy love of self and the curse that comes with that. However, when this has been coming out lately for me, I've realized that since loving ourselves is literally how we change the world right now, it's the most important thing. And up until now, a lot of us haven't had really the opportunity to do that, right? We've been jumping through the hoops of life and doing the things that we're supposed to do that we think would make us happy, and perhaps there's another level of happiness yet to be reached when we actually take the time to put ourselves first, love ourselves first. But your reading is referencing a relationship, so let's see what else. There's some wisdom being gained around this situation with another person. Specifically, another person is involved in this. And it's a spiritual bond. There is a spiritual mission or bond with another person. And I just want to look this up real quick. I think I know what Sezi Quadrate is, but I just want to be sure. I think it's like the tension. Sezi Quadrate. It's an aspect in which two planets are separated by an angle of 135 degrees. Is regarded as a minor aspect and be calculated. It's a major indicator of unbalance in one's life, either by transit or progression or natally. Okay. Imbalance. Okay. Yeah, so the relationship that you're in has been unbalanced. But the purpose of being in it, I've got just wicked dizzy. Whatever. Whew. Alright, back off here, people. I call them people, but they're spirits. This relationship has been unbalanced because there is a lack of self-love by one or both parties trying to get what they need from the other instead of giving it to themselves, perhaps. But I want to be sure that we understand that this is part of the plan, right? For you to experience this. Okay? There is some sort of mystery involved. Like maybe you've always known there was something different, something weird, something off in the situation you're in. And this mystery is part of what drove you on this plan. But also the seeking of truth. Wisdom and truth. 11th house. These are all kind of Aquarius kind of vibes. Wow, and then we have Eros. Eros is love. And Eros is like passionate love. It's like... So there's some sort of passionate love affair. Okay, I have such a headache right on my left temple right now. Holy shit. Okay. Let's back that off, please, and thank you. Hold on here. Yeah, I'm just tapped into energy right now that doesn't feel lovely because of the headache. So if you got a headache, that's you. Sorry to laugh. I'm sure it doesn't feel good. Yeah, look at that. Achilles. It's like there's a weakness been shown to you. It's like maybe the only weakness you had, right? Like, yeah. The only weakness you've had has been shown to you. Oh my gosh, I have such dizziness. I feel high. I feel drunk or something. Like Like if you're drinking and watching this message, whew, 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 I can feel that. Melancholia, yeah. That's okay, so maybe being shown this weakness in you has made you feel sad, right? It's possible. Because it's sad to have to break down out of a coping mechanism that we were using to deal with a certain situation that our soul wanted to experience. It's just a normal part of the process, okay? Melancholia, though, is when you get stuck in that place of mourning, okay? But it is important to be in that while you need to. So, but this is in balance, so that melancholia, you know, perhaps what you're doing is finding balance from that space, right? And you know that you have a weakness now, but now, how do you overcome even that weakness, right? Like everyone has weaknesses. Look, this is one day. I'm felt like putting it right here, next to this soul plan. Philia, brotherly love. This 11th house is friendships. So this is passionate love. This is a friend and a lover. It could be that it's affecting more than one relationship. What's this one? New moon. So I believe we just had a new moon eclipse, like yesterday or something. So something, some sort of mystery may have arose with this new eclipse energy, right? Where it's like you get a glimpse of something and then the rest of it's a mystery. But while you sit in stillness and be with yourself and silent, you know, and love yourself the way your brother did, love yourself the way a brother would, kind of thing. Love your weaknesses, love your passion, love the truth, love the mystery. Like, accept all these things. All the things that were not acceptable before. Oh, wow. Whew. Hold on, I'm just gonna send some energy out here out of my own body to clear this. Whew. I'm sorry if I made you throw up, but I just had to clear it from my body. Okay. And lower back pain too, I feel. Okay, so we are in the middle of a Mercury retrograde. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you watch this, it'll be relevant for you. But specifically right now, we're at June 11th, and we are in retrograde until June 22nd. So until June 22nd, we're kind of reviewing old things that we had already decided. So this melancholia could be during this retrograde period where you're having to look at old things based on this weakness that you've been shown in yourself. And it all has to do with and is tied back to Atlantean times. If you don't know about Atlantis, you know, we're here in this incarnation. A lot of us are back from this Atlantean times. And if we didn't participate in that, we maybe knew about it as souls or whatever, and the karma from this time had been cleared in this lifetime. In this lifetime, we came to clear Atlantean times because we were finally able to do it. And so this situation, this mystery, the reason why it's so mystery, it's like it would be you're unfolding to something. It's ancient kind of stuff, like from Atlantean times. What did you experience in Atlantean times, kind of thing, and like what did you need to do to balance the karma of that, right? Did this weakness that you came in with have to do with then? And are you going to see things a different way? And do you have lower back pain? Because holy moly, whew, I feel that. Hold on here. I'm just sending some energy, okay? So I don't think I can stay too long with that because I feel drunk. Look, marriage and tending to the details. Tending to the details of your marriage or of a plan that your soul had to experience with regards to commitments. Making a commitment to yourself. Cleaning something up. And we got Lemuria again, which I know is tied into Atlantean times, but I don't have a lot of information on it. I just know that it's like an advanced civilization. And I'm not going to keep pulling these because I can see that you're a very old soul who's been here a long time, a lot of times, and your energy is infinite, basically. And I just want to look up what Cleo is before we close this out. She was a muse. Cleo is placed in the 4th house. The muse of history. Oh, that's awesome. Here I am like, this is getting a little deep. We're going forever back. It's like, this is the muse of history. Yeah, you're a very old soul. You have a plan. It involves a lot of this stuff we've talked about, and that's because not just Atlantean times, not just Lemuria, not just Norse gods, but like, not just Achilles, but like not just Egyptian times, not just like creators of life, but you have, been here. You've been doing this, and it's a big thing. And I don't think I could even begin to fathom what it is you're doing here, right? Because like, it's all within you, and it's not for me to know, but I can see this is all the energy you're working with, which tells me that you got a big job here. You're clearing karma from a lot of different very powerful times in our past. You are clearing the karma for it. Why? Because you're a humanitarian. Why? Because you love brotherhood. You love truth. And you are wise. You are very wise. You know how to clean up a mess. And you've got this time here to kind of just be with you, to like work it out, to see what comes, to, just like be with yourself in all the sad parts, like the sad parts that experienced all these things, the weaknesses, the mystery, the loving self, the not loving self, the loving self too much, the only loving self, the history, the Norse times, the Atlantean times, all the things about love, beauty, and money. Just everything that comes up in relationship. You're just kind of like being with it all. You are, because it matters to you. I want to say like a man's man in a way, but like it's like you're a humanities man. Yeah, your energy is very, very powerful, or just getting me drunk. I'm not sure which. Alright, I'm gonna stop this right here, and I really apologize if it's not drunkenness, but like, it does feel like, waves of that coming, and I'm just gonna disconnect. And I didn't really expect to connect with somebody's energy directly, you know, so this was surprising to me. But, you know, maybe we know each other from another lifetime. You never know. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you to our guides, angels, and ancestors. And we'll see you next time.